Okay.
then you can just focus.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm presently in Freetown, and I'm visiting my former professor, Mrs. Mesgar, who was in charge of the art program at Milton Magai Teachers College, I believe for over 25 years.
21 years.
Or 21 years. And during that time, actually, we were nurtured to become school teachers, and we had to do teaching practice, the 3 years that we were there, and she really turned out great educators who went into the schools and nurture the talent of students, which I think it's not the case right now, is it?
No, not so.
Yeah, you see, because
art is dying down in the schools all over again.
art is dying down in the schools all over again. So what is the difference now, Ms. Messiga, if you have to compare during our time when we were at Milton Magai and now?
Well, actually, the teachers are running away, art teachers are running away from the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no scope. What they teach now is practical arts.
Practical arts,
No,
meaning
I mean theory arts.
theory arts.
In the sense that red and yellow gives you what?
Orange,
that's
yes.
that sort of a thing.
Okay, so
what
practically
are
they're
they
not mixing the colors.
No, they're just theory. Theorizing everything they're talking about. And it's an objective questions in the GCE.
Really?
Yes.
And so now the practical aspect of
It's
art.
dying down. Most schools are not offering art.
And art is such a pragmatic field, where the technical competence is important.
Well, it is the basic for all the subjects in the curriculum. But I'm afraid not at the moment. Maybe it will pick up again.
I mean, it seems like you have hope.
Well, I
that
still have hope that one day, because the artists, the local artists are still working.
Mhm.
Whether they're producing new stuff, I don't know. But they're still working, and maybe there'll be a hope someday.
But do you see some of the students, the past students, do you think they are still an important aspect of the artistic society here, or do you think some of them have given hope?
There's
in the
few
field?
of them in the art of field in commercial area, where they do T-shirts, banners, billboards. What else do they do? A car, where they have the decorations on car, spray painting, that sort of thing. So they are trying. Those people are doing well. They're doing more commercial work.
When I came last year, we went to Milton Magai, and I was so heartbroken to see the department. I mean, the deplorable state that it was in, and I walked through from the sculpture department to the ceramics and design studio to the painting. It looks like an empty, movie set. And when I say movie set, a diminished movie set, where things look so destroyed, and there's nothing there. I was really disappointed.
I was disappointed too when I went there, and I've never been back.
Oh really?
I've never been back there, because what they're now doing, we left the program. Lodge Wright was doing music, I was doing art. We left the program for a degree course. So now what they do is to get a degree course going, and there's no exhibition outside, nobody knows about it, and the practical aspect is, I don't know where they do it, but there we are.
Miss Pesca, you really worked so hard, because I remember even when we would have exhibitions, how influential you be, contacting British Council, getting all of these other people to be involved.
Yes.
You know, it's sad to see that that foundation is gone. You know.
You see, I started off on a one leg, thinking when I went to study, they told me, what are you coming back to? So eventually I came back, I went to teaching, and I thought I was doing good, getting you people out to the field to teach art and to help the educational aspect of Sierra Leone. And then when I left, I decided to open a gallery.
Gaga Street.
Gaga Gallery. And I was happy, enthusiastic and everything. Later on found out that there was insufficient interest. My works were sold out to expatriates. Very few women would buy your work, even to visit the gallery. Even to visit the gallery. So you see, when I go to a certain age now, not feeling too good now and again, I decided to close. I had nobody to give.
Oh, so you close the
So what I did now, and I haven't started it yet, is to invite people, if they want to see my work, to come and look.
You know, when I went to the United States, when I told a couple of my friends that I was going to pursue art,
I thought you were mad.
yes, you know, and a lot of them told me that you won't be able to make it. Why don't you get into the nursing field? But I knew that that was my destiny, you know, and passionately I was an artist, and there was nothing else I could do, and I'm happy I did, because some of the drawings I did of the historic African Americans that were done in ballpoint pen of Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, etc. The college where I did my associate degree, first when I got there, and later served in the faculty, that the college has just installed 14 of those works in the new academic building, you know, and all these accomplishments, I believe, is the result of your hard work, and how much you motivated us. And if I pursued that, it was because of you. It was because of you, because you are such a wonderful mentor. And up till now, I tell some of my students, I said, when my professor, Miss Metzger, when she comes to class, her whole attire was an artwork, from the necklace and everything, you know. And I have all these beads too, you know. You know, but it's such a wonderful pleasure for me to come back, and I'm able to see you and able to see your work, because not a lot of educators have the opportunity to come back and say thanks.
Yeah, I know.
To the ones that mentored them, to the ones that influenced them. And, you know, so I'm happy at least I have this opportunity to come and visit you and say thanks. Thanks to you for everything you did, and it was God's divine destiny that this moment could happen for me. You know, to come and see you. I knew you were going to show me a couple of things.
Now,
is it? Okay.
I'm also saying thanks to you to continue the work of art, because I'm very happy you did. So many of them have dropped off. And it shows that there is some of you out there that are still interested, and I'm happy about that.
Thank you very much.
Please continue. Please continue.
I've got too far. I mean, it's the point of no return.
Well, my work has changed. I've decided to have a style. So, if you look at the dates on the pictures, you will find that there are different dates. Now this one is, what is it there?
93.
93. This one,
2015.
no, but you see, the idea was I decided to be original,
Mhm.
to be Richmond Garrick.
Mhm.
You should have a style.
You should have a style. Yes.
Yes. Now, doing figures, you have more naturalistic type of
Mhm.
work.
Mhm.
So you must have a style that fits you.
You. Yeah. Yeah.
So I decided to change my style for quite a while using the African
Mhm. Like
idea.
connotation.
Yeah.
Okay.
That we paint flat.
Mhm.
There is no three-dimensional effect of shading from light to dark or
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
So they use a lot of lines,
Mhm.
and that's how I created my style.
Mhm.
So there is no depth in my work. It's all lines,
Mhm.
but you should see things and you should relate it to yourself.
Relate it to yourself.
Now, the more you look into the work, the more you should see the forms.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I can see
Mhm.
from here.
Yes.
Then with the eye.
Mhm. The more you look in,
Mhm.
the more you see things.
You see things.
And it's so interesting that people will come and tell me that they see a fish
Mhm.
when there's not a fish
When
there,
there's not a fish there.
but it is their interpretation
Yeah.
of the work.
And so the viewer actually brings in their personal
Of course, they have
experiences. Yes, as they look at the work,
Yes.
they bring in their personal experiences.
Mhm.
And the forms look like African carvings with the
Yeah.
geometric
Yeah.
nature of the forms.
Mhm, mhm.
You know, it looks symbolic.
Yes. And the more you look at it, the more you see more figures interrelated
Related.
to one another. Now, and that one too. Find the title of it. Subtitle.
Oh. Decision. Right? Decision. Decision. And I love the colors. The earth colors,
Colours,
the
yes.
sepia, and
Which is an African,
yeah,
they're
which is
African
an-
colors.
yeah, yeah.
you see.
It seems like you
So-
can literally use color knots to get this color.
Yes, you can use color knots, you can use all sorts of things you want to. Earth colors,
Earth
you want
colours,
to,
yeah.
you want to teach it to children,
Mhm.
things like that. So that's done in that, and this is quite recent.
This is 2015.
Yes, the idea is still there.
Mm-hmm.
The interpretation and the ideas of what is happening.
Here, here, and most of the time you create these rhythmic lines
Yes,
and
true.
everything, but how they come together visually,
Yes.
you begin to make sense in terms of certain things that you want to bring out in the work, and then you leave certain things to interpretation
To
and
your
yes,
interpretation.
yes, and the viewers' personal experiences.
You could see so many things in
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
So you have to relate to it. You either give it your own title or look at the title at the
Look
back.
at the title at the back.
So I think with my ideas like this, I have more, what do you call it? More thinking,
Mhm.
more interpretation to do,
Mhm.
and to relate colors to form.
So, would you say that because of the long years that you've been in the practice of art, because normally people consider practice for doctors,
Yeah.
but this is a practice as well. This
Yes,
is our
it is.
artistic practice.
This
you
is
know.
it.
Yes, and you can see the evolution.
Yeah. Yes, as you go along.
as you go along.
Yes.
As you go along.
The idea is, I think more doing a work like this than doing a realistic work.
Mhm.
You know, the picture is there in front of me. I just have to copy it. For this one, I have to think.
That's a thing. Yep.
You have to plan it in your mind.
That's a plan.
Sometimes it is sketched out.
Mhm.
Sometimes in the middle of it, I change it. You know, the idea changes.
Mhm.
But now, whenever they see my work, they know it's
They
Gaga.
know it's your work.
It's
Yeah.
not Gaga.
Yeah, they know it's your work. These are really great.
Well, I
These
didn't
are
want to
really
waste
great.
your time because I know
Yes.
it's a busy time for
Yes,
you.
yes.
I just selected these two differences
Mhm.
and I said, can you select one for yourself
Oh, what?
so that you can always think about me?
Oh, I love this one.
You love that one.
I love this one.
And this one I have used paper varnish on it.
You use
Use a
paper
panel and
varnish
you
decision.
punch through with it. But to protect the colors. So they won't. This one has no varnish.
It's really nice. Oh, Miss Meska, I'm gonna treasure this forever. As soon as I get to the United States, I'm gonna get it framed. I'm gonna get it framed. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Pleasure, my dear. Pleasure. I'm so happy that all this time I couldn't give you presents for all what you've done. So that is a reminder. Either you take this and put it in, or you put it like this and you sort of stick it and you roll it. This one will be
Yeah, I think this would be better, so I can just put it in my suitcase flat.
okay.
And when I get them, I'm gonna
You
tape
mount
it.
it.
Yes.
You can mount it with light mounting. When you do my work, don't mount them small. It doesn't get the effect.
Yeah.
What you do is to mount it light. You see how light it
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
And then, wait a minute. I'll turn it upside down. When you mount it like that, as big as this, you have the beauty of it.
You have the beauty. Yeah. There's breathing space.
Yes, there's
There's
always
breathing
a breathing
space.
space. You must leave it. It's only oils that you do work on top of it. You see, each one of it, when you put it there, it has a different, Excuse me.
Let me just pause it. This is good.